Mr. Tony, Junior Tony. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Prudence.
I also have Joyce on set today.
Thank God,
Good
if
morning,
Mr.
Joyce.
added to my morning prudence.
Okay, so today we're talking about intellectual stagnation. And it's true that although the world is evolving and things are changing, some of us are still stuck in the BCs. In the 80s.
In the BCs.
So today we're
Is
going
there
to
anybody from the BC? Huh? The people that live in the BC, didn't they die? I forgot to
So some people forcefully took themselves to
back to the BC.
BCs,
Okay.
yes. So,
Okay.
so we want to be dealing with that. How is it affecting us, and how is it affecting the society? How is it affecting development and growth? That's basically what we're going to be talking about today. So, I think I should let you. Okay, no. I want you to.
Let me have an idea of what to
Wow.
say. Prudence, you see, you captured something that got my attention from when you were opening the show. You talked about the world changing. People don't realize. They don't. They just say, Kai, things are just happening very fast. And it ends there. When you travel on the road, sure you see trees passing. They are not passing to anywhere. You are the one passing. That is what people do. You are not like, you shouldn't be like the tree that you see passing. You should be like the other car that is on, because it's also on motion. The world is transcending. The world is moving like speed of light. But you know what people do to themselves? They're like, wow, this country has developed. Wow, this girl, just graduated from university like 3 years ago. Now she has about 27 awards. Wow, that's their own, to just keep wowing everything. But the truth is, you have to sit down and analyze your own progress by yourself. We are in a world where intellect is ruling with what you have. In terms of what you can offer, when you offer it, how can it meet needs? People are being innovative. You know what? People that are creating the things that will meet the necessities, like the demands of people as the days go by, are the people taking the day. Someone sat down and said, let me do a car that doesn't use petroleum. Let me do a car that doesn't use any chemical. Let me do a car that... And today, that's the in thing, Joyce. When you travel around this world, you see people driving cars that are battery driven. No engine. Nothing. They are fast, they are comfortable, they are quiet. But someone is still thinking, I need money to buy engine for my car. I need this. You see, when we are talking about innovations, they don't stop. You don't stop creating. Some of us, some people would think people that are there to create are people that are in the automobile business, people that are in communications business, people that are in this business. No. The responsibility of growth is the responsibility of everybody. You need to grow. If you don't grow intellectually, you will keep paying the man that has grown and is making stuff for you to buy. Look at the competition that MTN, Airtel, Nine Mobile, look at the competition that they are up against. Now the Pi Network is here. The Pi Network, I heard that is operating already in Lagos and in Abuja. It's just that it's expensive. But man, if it's working, who cares? I heard, I don't know if they are maintaining, it's about 200,000 naira a month for their data. It's 5G. It's just. I cannot be held to this. I heard, not really from a grapevine, but someone was saying, if the conversions were to be made, it would be around 200,000 naira and all of that. And the phone, if eventually out, is going to be above 1 million. But now, you see, people will sound like this is expensive. But you know what? Let them see the features. It will make them buy it. Intelligence from what? intellect. Right now, people are doing surgery, not necessarily tearing you out. Something is inserted in your body, it does the surgery, it sews, it stitches everything back, and it comes out. And the next day you are walking around. It's not this one that they will tear you here and then you'll be doing this for 3 weeks. No, the next day you are walking around. So you see, you cannot stop being progressive in your thinking, in your actions, in everything that you do. The world is progressing. You should not stand and be like the tree that is by the road. Be like the opposite coming vehicle. It also has a destination. Don't forget that. Don't think just because that vehicle is going the opposite direction, then it's going backwards. No, it has a destination. And that's how everybody is moving. Somebody is going to the north, somebody is going to the west, somebody is going to the south, somebody is going to the east. They all have things they are meeting up. But let's think. Should you stop being innovative? What is left of you?
That's a great one, and for everybody out there to ponder upon, should you stop? Because when you talk about intellectual stagnation, it's like you being satisfied with your level of knowledge, you being satisfied with your level of understanding, your creativity, your ideas. Like you just get to that point where you say, oh, I've made it.
The
And then for you, regardless of whatever is happening around you, you don't care. You think you have already arrived. Then we can refer to you as being intellectually stagnant. You think about the word stagnant, it means you're not moving, you're not growing. Like you hear people say stagnant water. There's no movement, there's no way for you to evolve. So we live in a world where things are changing within the speed of light. Every day you wake up, there are innovations. People are not sleeping. People are thinking, coming up with ideas, thinking of how to improve existing things. And then there was a time you made a post about a video of someone saying you're sleeping. Other people are making decisions on your behalf. So the world is moving that way. It's not everybody that is sleeping. People are thinking of how to evolve, how to meet with, be able to compete, like globally. People want to be thinking globally, and even if you are from a particular community, you act locally. Not for you to think locally, act locally. I've seen people that they have, you talk about what you have and what you can offer. There are people that will tell you, I have a BSc, I have a BA, I have PhD, I have masters. Yet they are stagnant.
They brag about it.
And then they have nothing to offer.
BSc, MSc, PhD in Nigeria, where is it taking you?
You get. So, and then most of them, like you see a lot of people that brag with that, they are almost intellectual stagnant. Like they feel they have already arrived, so they are not even open to learn, to evolve with times, because they are already satisfied what they have. No wonder today, when you even go to apply for jobs, nobody is interested with what you have in the envelope as paper. What can you offer? Because we've seen situations where people with PhDs, with masters are being employed and they can't do nothing. And you see somebody with just the secondary school or just a diploma is doing great things. So intellectual stagnation will just make you to just remain in one place. You won't grow, you won't evolve. In fact, you hear people. So the more people tell you that people that are not intellectually stagnant, you see them always trying to evolve. When they say, oh, you're doing great, the person wants to improve on that. Looking for better ways to come up with things. While we have a car that is running on fuel, somebody's thinking of a car that doesn't have to run on fuel. So
somebody's thinking of one that will run on air.
So when the word comes, intellectual stagnation just means, to sum it up, lack of growth, lack of development, just being in one place and satisfied.
Yeah.
Well,
and that,
because she's an anchor, me and you are the ones talking. She won't keep talking. She will close the show later.
oh my God, no.
Joyce, have you met people who tell you nothing can tamper with their sleep? Indicated by the 10 times more in the place where money is spent, and you spend less time in the place where money is generated. You are foolish. You may not sleep, but that same scripture is applicable to you a little. It's still part of it. Why would I sit down as someone in media and be approaching the work of media the way people did when I was in primary school and watching network news? right? And approach it the same way I saw, of blessed memory, the mechanic that was fixing my grandfather's car. I hate being regular. People around me know that. I hate being regular. When you become regular, regular things will happen to you. There will be obstacles. Then the obstacles are telling you that your goals are worth it. If the obstacles don't come, how can you say that I'll become a producer in Equa TV? That's my prayer. If we know that you will have jobless, even if it's for 1 hour. Down here, and you are thinking, after this show, everywhere, no snack. One snack like this you can't find. What does that make you think? There is need for snacks. The same way you gallivanted round and didn't get. Somebody else went round as well. Maybe 10 people went round and didn't get. So if you start, you have 11 customers. That's you inclusive. What does it cost you to start? We're not talking business, but we are talking about stagnation intellectually. You look for somebody that can do it. You, if you have time to do it, you can do it. And get somebody to sell it. From your profit, you can pay the person. 1. 2, you have been doing this business with this particular computer for 8 years. The same computer that is even slower in terms of speed, in terms of configuration, somebody is making millions from it. Yet he started the business 2 years ago.
Honestly, we live in a world where people are just satisfied with where they are.
And Joyce, before long, you find people complaining that they are depressed.
We have so many people.
But the thing is that tomorrow, when you ask them, let's do this way, let's change up and do this way, they'll tell you, no, we can't do like that.
Say it in English. Somebody said this thing to you recently.
No, but it's just to let them go. Some things that we need to forge ahead.
I'm not the presenter, neither am I the producer. But last time I told, get to that point of stagnation in their approach to things, in their intelligence, in their intellect as an organization. What is the cause? If you have forward-thinking members of staff, and then you have a leader whose head has nothing but meat and bone that cannot implement, how far can the organization go? In most cases, but they fear that someone will. We have seen a lot of organizations deliver dealt with, because I think intellect is not just individualistic. Intellect is also applicable in areas where it is a set of people that are governing or ruling or leading.
Well, when you have an organization and then you have people that have the ideas, but they are not being they are not given the opportunity to practicalize it or to come up with the ideas to make things work, then the organization will definitely suffer, because you have a head that's around us that we can start. At least we found intellectual stagnation. We don't give room for growth. We don't give room for learning, unlearning and relearning. Some of us hold on to past structures, past procedures right now, because they feel social media or the new remain there. And such people will even have people that will come and advise them, no, can we PhD, yet you have nothing to show for it. We need to unlearn some things. And I think
we need to unlearn something. Don't just miss this out. We'll be right back. Welcome back. So we've been discussing about intellect, and this leader keeps on holding back a lot of things because he fears that other people will come and overshadow him. Definitely that stage is not going to move forward. So it's essential for us to come to a point that we are intellectually growing, not just intelligent. You'll find that you get a group of people that you hear them speak on certain topics, and you're like, oh, this person is very intelligent, this person should have intellect as well. And then you go and you see what the person is doing and behind closed doors, and you're like, could this actually be the same person that is so outspoken and all that? It's like this person is two different people. He's talking like, I'm sensible, I have something to offer, and then when he's doing, and if you go back and check, as you mentioned earlier, this person has a whole lot of BScs, PhDs, masters, whatever. They're just to build.
But because they feel it's necessary for me to go to school before getting certain position or moving from this level to the other, or because that's what the society requires of me, so let me go. They go to the school, they don't develop themselves. So the school pass through them. They graduate, they get the certificate, because even at your departmental level, it gets to a point that let's just leave this person to just go. So he has or she has all the certificates. That is why when you hear some of them speak, you'll be amazed, like, did this person, or when they are asked to. I recall a story my dad told us, but a call member was sent to his school, and then he was sent to his department, his office, and then he just asked the guy to just compile this, and he was struggling. He was not asking, he called his name. I taught you which school. He told him, and he said, sir, I'm just good at mathematics alone. Like, it's just a report. And he said it's just a short report.
The guy has the area of specialty.
So he said he's not really good with. So he was trying to. So he was sharing that he was so worried that whatever he gives the guy to do, he has to go through it, or they have to rework it again. So there are people that just go to school because it's just a requirement. They are not even interested even in whatever is happening in the class. So assignments are being given, they look for where to just plagiarize or just to help me to run this thing now. They go to cafes even within school and say, there are cafes that do assignment for people and they do it. And no wonder you see people with certificates and yet they don't have anything to offer. And there's this category, personally, I get so attracted to people that are highly intellectual. There are moments that I get lost listening to people talk, and I'm so interested. And while I was cooking, I was watching the program and I was listening to Prof, and because I was just
Professor Tony.
I know. Yes, it was Professor Tony and Professor
Intellect.
I don't know.
More than me.
Both of them were sure.
Professor Traki is a principality. That man.
So you don't know
he's like, oh my God.
I was just watching him talk, and he was just not like he was reading for you. I was just wondering, somebody can just have this. So
amount of
while I
money.
was cooking, and I have to go and buy salt, so I was wondering, so if I go, the minutes outside I'm going to be. So I was literally running, and I came back, I sat down. The world needs people that would come up with ideas, creativity. People are not interested in you have one long CV without anything to offer. So I think we need to outgrow, as important and as good as those certificates are. How can you align yourself, what you can offer with what your certificate is saying? If you cannot, then level up.
You said there are people that the department got tired of having them,
And
then
said they should go home.
Who in equity are you talking about?
The department got tired of them having
In school, and then they just graduated them.
No.
Anyway, if you are watching and you work in equity TV, I love you all. Then one person will buy it, or we're always waiting for him to buy it. Then you can borrow it and go through it and borrow it. I don't want to mention the name of the artist, the actor. The first audition he went for, you know how people split their legs all the way down till their hips will touch and flat and come back. And so when he entered the audition room, the judges were there. I think Steven Spielberg was one of the people auditioning. He's the director. And then the guy entered. How are you? I'm fine. What is your name? He told them his name. Before they asked the next question, he just did that thing and came back and lifted one leg, and the leg was equal to the one on the floor. He did everything and he left the audition. They were calling him. He didn't go back. So he went outside where everyone was on this movie. There are several things we could do with of all times. He may not have academic qualifications like his physical abilities in acting. These are the things that we hardly want to check. Joyce and Prudence, if you are stagnant intellectually, the people that you will attract to your life are people that are of the same level in life as you.
True.
He who sleeps on the floor has no fear falling off the bed. So if they say birds of the same feather, what is your worry? Mamang, how now? Let's go under the tree and gist. That is it. And then you talk about people from morning to evening. Oh, let me go and cook. Our dad is coming back soon. And then you go home. The next day, after you do your house chores, you are looking for that same friend. What kind of man in the world wants to end up with a woman like that? What kind? You don't know what you are doing to your future. You don't know. Now, there is a particular place